Alright, can we get a commentary check and make sure everything is working correctly? Can anybody hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear the commentary. Okay, good deal. Alright, so we are back with more Duels of the Roses. So it's been several months since I streamed this, and I've been meaning to get around to finishing it, but I just haven't had the time, and so I have a quick break from work before I go 6 days on over the holidays, which is going to be lovely. And we are ready to finish up the Maiden of the Aqua campaign. So I recently just got done with Anime Week in Atlanta, where I did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Panel there, as a matter of fact. And it seems to be the consensus is that Duelist of the Roses has a huge, huge fan base, and a lot of people that really, really enjoy the game. Way more so than a lot of the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that were made. So, it has a very positive reception from the fan base, and a lot of people seem to love this storyline and this formula, and that it was probably one of the most successful Yu-Gi-Oh! Games made. So we're going to be up against Bakura here, and Bakura is a bit of an obstacle in our path because he has an extremely low deck cost, as you can see. So off-screen I went in and did some modifications to my deck, and actually brought my deck cost down to the exact same as what he has, and we're going to see if it will allow us to engage in a duel with him without lowering it any further. It will, thankfully. So you're the one they call the Rose Duelist. I'm Bakura. I don't know if I can pronounce that. Bretang Card Warrior. Okay. There was a time when some knew me as Jack Cade or Mortimer. You stand on Celt soil where card dueling has been passed for generations. In particular, my family mastered the art of the dark duel. Well, shall we begin? Alright, so the Dark Duel actually has no bearing on the gameplay whatsoever. So, well, I guess you could say it does, actually, because this is the first map, canonically in the game, that features the Crush Terrain. And I've talked about the Crush Terrain earlier on in this series, where I mentioned how any monster with over 1500 attack that walks over a Crush Terrain will be instantly destroyed upon entering that. If a monster that's weaker than that occupies the Crush Terrain, it can still battle with it, but the moment the battle finishes and it enters that terrain, it will be destroyed. So this duel should be pretty easy with my deck, though, because we have a lot of cards that change the terrain. So as soon as I get Karuyoshin on the field, we should be able to eliminate some of this Crush Terrain. So that's going to give us a significant advantage. All of his monsters are low attack monsters and plants that have a tenacity for... Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He actually has a Secretary of Defense deck leader, which is the highest rank you can get in the game. And a plant-type Secretary of Defense gives you 50 extra life points every single turn, which can be pretty annoying. But it's only 50, so it shouldn't matter too much. Now, let's look at the graveyard. Vile Germs. So whatever he put down, it must not be too strong because... it obviously did not get destroyed when it went over the Crush terrain, so I have a bad feeling about this. He could have actually played another Dark Plant, which would be bad, because when Dark Plant is destroyed, it turns the surrounding area into Crush terrain, which is actually pretty useful. It makes Dark Plant pretty useful for spot removal. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. But we've gotten rid of some of the... we're going to get some good damage in by this, and we're going to eliminate some of the Crush and give us some breathing room there. 1,400 damage, that's pretty good. Ah, never mind, I spoke too soon. I don't know why I even said that out loud. Yeah, so all that Crush terrain that got, or all that terrain that got turned into sea got turned back into Crush by the effect of Dark Plant. So that makes Dark Plant pretty good for spot removal against high-power boss monsters, though, and is definitely a card we want to win. That'll help us quite a bit with some of the enemies we face during the later parts of the game, but this is going to be kind of a pain to recover from this. I do have Time Wizard enabled. We need to get off of this terrain really quick. I need to actually ditch some of this stuff in my hand. Let's go ahead and put a dragon down, so that if we can establish Time Wizard, we can get a couple of thousand dragons on the field as beaters. Time Wizard helps out tremendously with this low deck cost shenanigans here. I basically took out a bunch of the cards that have an unnecessarily high deck cost, such as like the Akahirons, which have like 34 deck cost, which is a lot when you consider they only have 1,700 attack. I can send in a fake trap. I think I'm going to go ahead and put down this Komori Dragon, get these guys on the move, so when we flip up Time Wizard, we can get multiple beaters out there. Ideally, I'd like to get Yumi so I can just eliminate this Crush terrain in the center and have more breathing room to get to his deck leader. The life point recovery I'm not terribly worried about. But I also added a monster called Curtain of the Dark Ones we recently won, which is just a low deck cost monster with very little attack, and it allows us to spellbind the enemy during battle. So I may actually want to ditch some stuff out of my hand. I don't know why I didn't ditch that Fate Trap, so I draw 2 cards next turn. That would have been a lot better. But I need more cards that are going to change the terrain, like another Karyushin. Maybe if he gets to be stupid enough and runs right into my 1,000 dragons when I transform them. But yeah, having to... yeah, we can get rid of some of this stuff. What is this power up under? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. And he'll probably reveal whatever this is and attack into Time Wizard. Now, believe it or not, this is a... Well, I mean, assuming on the internet this is common knowledge, but back in the day when this game was new, this was kind of a secret feature of the game, is that there actually are monsters that get a attack bonus on the Crush terrain. They're called immortal monsters, and they're incredibly difficult to acquire. There's only a few of them in the game, and you acquire them through a hidden ability that your deck leader can acquire if your deck leader is a specific type that enables that. Let's see, we have another Karyushin. Okay, I will try to save up points for that. Let's see, Aqua, Karyushin is a sea serpent. Okay. Yeah, I'll just save up points for that. Hopefully he moves down and not the other way. Well, then again, maybe it would be better if he moved the other way because I can transform the terrain into sea. I'm hoping he battles with the 1,000 dragons. Okay, let's try this. His effect should activate before he gets killed by the crushed terrain. Or do I want to... It's tricky. Let's battle whatever this is. Okay, he gains 500 life points. That's not a huge loss. Ooh, and whatever this is about to get run over too. Mushroom Man! And of course he gets spellbound. What is Mushroom Man's effect? I don't remember. Oh, it just powers up Mushroom Man too, okay. So, he's hurting now. He's only at 350 life points. Maybe if he moves up that plant again, we can attack it with something and seal out this game. Bakura also does have... Oh yeah, he's done for now. Bakura does also have some trap cards that can be kind of nasty, but I don't think we're going to encounter any of those. Alright, let's just finish him off. Yeah, we can just straight up do this. Yeah, if you have a deck that can modify the terrain, you really have a significant advantage against him. I'm hoping I win the Dark Plant from the graveyard slots, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot else I'd like to win from this. Thankfully, after this, we can bump up our deck cost a lot more by putting some more powerful cards back in there and taking out the fake traps. Let's see if we can get it. Mushroom Man. Hey, we got it. I low-key wish if you got two of the same card in the graveyard slots that it would give you 2 copies of it, rather than just the one. I warn you, the next field of battle will be your last. Be prepared to meet your maker. Well, if he was going to be right about anything, this would be his best chance about him being right, because our next duel is against Henry VII himself, aka Yuki. So, he is tricky, and the terrain is not favorable to us. As you can see there, he has a very high deck cost, and he also has... I'm actually going to put in the Dark Plant for this. I'm going to take out some... Maybe the Dancing Elf. Go in Dark Plant. Take out the fake traps. Take that out. Maybe that. There's gotta be 5 better cards I can put in the... Oh yeah, I took out the Rear for that. I don't think I need to power up Light Monsters. Taiho number 1 is not a dragon. Like Tyrone 2 is, Goddess of Whim. Oh, it randomly... Oh, yeah, so that's kind of like how it works in the TCG, where it's a coin toss effect to gain a bunch of attack, or lose a bunch of attack, so... Not very good. I guess I want to put the Akihirons back in. I really just kind of wish I could just grind and get some better monsters. We'll go ahead and put that in just in case we run into something that's really strong. And then 3 slots left. Yeah, we'll put the Akihirons back in. Yugi's probably going to be pretty tough. Oh yeah, the Manny Black Shark. Check that out. Alright, we've increased our deck cost a bit more. Hey, we have Shadowblade Wolf in the chat, who is somebody from the Discord. Cedric, I believe his name is. Good to have you here as well. Alright, so we are almost at the end of the White Rose campaign for Maiden of the Aqua, so now is kind of when I would like to know from you guys if you want me to go through the Red Rose campaign with this same deck as a New Game Plus, or do an actual New Game file and pick a different deck, because that's kind of what my purpose of streaming this is going to be, is kind of to showcase some different decks I didn't get a chance to show off in my original 2016 Let's Play of this. And so this deck gets pretty broken on the higher levels, especially when we get Aqua Dragon, which just straight up screws with the enemy's AI and forces them to attack a monster that will be stronger once they enter battle with it. But there's plenty of other decks I wouldn't mind checking out. So let's go ahead and fight Yuki then. See what he has to say. So you finally come to face me, Duelist. I hope you're as good as they say, because the better the Duelist, the better my game. Oh, the music for this is fantastic. I think this is actually one of the tracks that was not remixed from Forbidden Memories. So let's go ahead and send in the Amoeba and get some terrain achievement here. So he has obviously Dark Magician, which is a Secretary of Defense. He has the ability to increase strength for same type friendlies and weaken specific enemy types. So he actually increases the attack of spellcasters that are close to him, and I think he weakens fiends or something like that when he gets close to the attack leader. That's pretty dangerous, actually. So we could be in for some problems with some of the monsters he can put out. So, and as you can see, the terrain here is totally random. We basically have to work around a couple of these labyrinth squares in order to get around. Yugi is also one of the characters we can fight that has the ability to do a Destiny draw. And, let's see, do I want to put down Arish? Maybe. Or maybe I just want to put down Aqua and save that for later. But he can also play some of the most powerful cards, such as Mirror Force, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. He has some very, very powerful cards he can play, and we want to definitely watch out for some of that stuff. He's also one of the characters that's capable of doing a Destiny draw, and again, we want to be very, very, very careful about that. I think I want to boost Commodore with Chorus. We'll see. Oh, he's using a power-up. I don't see how that could be good. I think Amoeba's going to stay where it is and die, so we can get some water on the field, giving us its noble sacrifice again. We can get a couple of thousand dragons out if we get Time Wizard. Maybe I want to stay on this crushed terrain and put down Kariyoshin over here. I didn't look at what it was he powered up, but he's going to attack pretty soon. Giant Soldier of Stone, that should be pretty easy to defeat. Especially because he's attacking with it, like, seriously. Dark Energy, so that could be literally anything. That could be Dark Magician, that could be Dark Magician Girl. There's no telling. But I think I just want to go ahead and deal 1,000 damage to him. Actually, that's gonna kind of suck because I'm not gonna be able to utilize. I want the damage. No! Oh, that's not good. Wow. So we wasted his effect. Wow. He got everything off the board. But at least that's Mirror Force out of the way right now. Look at that, 99 deck cost. That's the highest a card can have in the game. Yeah, Yugi does not play around. He has got some of his most powerful cards from the anime. here on full display in the game. They pretty much made his deck exactly like his deck in the anime in terms of the cards that are in it. Oh no! Oh, that's busted! So he used Magician of Faith and he has brought back Mirror Force. What a bastard. I guess we might as well, but the only problem is he can't trigger it voluntarily, it's triggered automatically. That's just how trap cards work in this game. So we're going to just send in Psychic Kappa as a martyr to trigger the Mirror Force. That way we don't have to worry about it anymore. Because that, even if we battled the Giant Soldier of Stone, we would take no damage. That's kind of the point of Psychic Kappa or whatever. He might also, let's say he moves up Magician of Faith, he may also give us an opportunity to deal some damage off of that too. Of course, he's putting the Giant Soldier of Stone over the Wasteland where it will get powered up. Probably can do something about that. This is touchy. I'll play this slow. Whatever it is he powered up is also on the move, so I gotta be careful about that. Alright, that's good. We got some damage in. Yeah, whatever that is, he seems to be pretty confident that it can run over. Oh! That's very uncommon. Wow! BLS this early in the game. Holy crap! Yugi is not playing around. So he sacked his Magician of Faith, unfortunately, so he can't beat over that. Celtic Guardian, of course, Guide of Fierce Knight is required to make Black Luster Soldier. That is awesome. So actually in my previous Let's Play, I won the Black Luster Ritual from him, and used Black Luster Soldier quite a bit throughout the game. Big yikes. So now we have to deal with a 3000 beater that's strong on the meadow. There's got to be some ways we can do that. Let's do this. This Star Boy. I don't know what that could be, so we're still going to put that in defense. If he doesn't attack it, it could be something weak. It could be Dark Magician Girl with 2300, because he put Dark Energy on it, but who knows. Yep. Oh, Summon Skull! Jesus Christ. Summon Skull is actually a card that, unlike Dark Magician, you cannot win Summon Skull from the graveyard slots, which is really annoying. Alright, I guess we're on the run now. You get rid of some of this crap right away. It's not unlikely for me to lose to Yugi, but I haven't had him get off to this good of a start in a while. Alright, so we actually have something now. The question is, do I want to use this on the Summon Skull or the BLS? So I think what we want to do, let's go ahead and put we have some of our better defensive cards now. I'm basically just going to be sitting on some of these guys. We have another card that can change the terrain. Let's go ahead and put down Dark Plant so that we can kill Summon Skull. Again, like I said, Dark Plant coming in handy quite a bit there. And then BLS will battle Maiden of the Aqua, hopefully at some point, to get around the Crush terrain. And that will resort to him taking damage, because once Maiden of the Aqua is flipped, he'll take the 500 once Maiden of the Aqua's defense is increased. Now, of course, we still have the possibility that he'll play like Monster Reborn or something and resurrect DLS or Summon Skull, but hopefully we'll beat him before that happens. And I'll try to put down Tears the Mermaid to weaken DLS. Hey, there we go. Yeah, Summon Skull can only be won by getting a 3 in a row in the graveyard slots, which makes, believe it or not, making Black Skull Dragon in this game even less viable than making Meteor Black Dragon, strangely enough. Alright, I kind of want him to attack Maiden of the Aqua first. Before I put down... Ah, let's do it. I still gotta be able to beat it over later. And BLS's only effect in this game is it gains an attack bonus against dragons. 600, which is respectable, but not a very impressive effect. I mean, granted, this is based off the vanilla ritual version of BLS, which had no effect, before, obviously, the, what do you call it? Before the, Chaos version was even invented. Let's do this. Go. Slowly we are spreading the sea across the map. Part of me wonders if part of his AI knows that whatever he was going to battle is too strong, because he's put this in defense, whatever that is. DLS is 24, and it's unspellbound now. It's still too strong. Alright, let's wait and see what happens. Maybe BLS will still attack my Maiden of the Aqua. That's terrifying. Alright. Slowly but surely, the defensive game is winning. I mean, in terms of card advantage, he has me completely wrecked, but in terms of life points, I seem to be doing pretty okay. Alright, now we can actually beat over BLS because of Maiden of the Aqua being in defense mode. Giant Red Sea Snake is pretty strong, so maybe something will battle that and get killed. I just kind of have to stay in my lane on this terrain. Even Furious Sea King's stats are pretty respectable now. Hey, Michelle's here in the chat. Yeah, so, Michelle, you missed it. So I'm dueling Yugi now on the White Rose side. And he had probably the best opening I've ever seen him have. So he has a powered-up Summon Skull, and he summoned BLS, and he had, not only did he use Mirror Force once, but he played Magician of Faith and got Mirror Force back a second time. It was pretty ridiculous. Hey, we just got we just had Meteor Dragon hit the graveyard there. If we can win that from the graveyard slots, that would be amazing, because that's going to enable my favorite card later on. So, and actually he did battle with the Giant Red Sea Snakes, who did another 1,000 damage to him. Let's see what he does. I don't want him to switch BLS to defense mode. I still don't really have anything that's strong enough to... let's... I guess we'll use that to bait out something he tries to move later on. We'll put it over here. Yeah, he defiantly does not want to put BLS in defense mode. Whatever that is he's leaving in attack mode on the Toon terrain is whatever he powered up. Black Maiden and Dark Energy. It's probably a Dark Magician. It's probably a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and that's terrifying. Dang. I'm not sure what to do, because, like, if I put down another Sea Snake and move it... Oh, I can't. Yeah, maybe I can, just to get him to attack with whatever it is he has there. I also have a Thunder. If I were to get... Ryu-Ran, I could make Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, which would be pretty strong on the sea. He does not want to move that, whatever that is. Well, might just have to see what happens here. Oh, that's a thing. So that's what he powered up, I guess. That's not as intimidating as I thought. He put literally... Oh, some of that power is from proximity, though, as well, because he's close to the deck leader and it's a spellcaster. Not doing us a whole lot of good there. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I think it's a 500 boost. Maybe because mainly Aqua does Aqua types. Yeah, which Giant Red Sea Snake is miraculously a Aqua, not a Sea Serpent. Which I guess we appreciate that. It's like pulling teeth to get him to attack me. We got another amoeba! And with that, we may be able to get rid of that Crush terrain. And, yeah. I got a bad feeling about that, though, because he could just run it right over with this elf. We would need to be able to move it in and flip it up without him doing anything, which is pretty likely that that will happen. Do I have 5 monsters in the field? I do. I can always get rid of Starboy, though. His attack bonus has already happened, whereas Maiden of the Aquas is as long as it remains face above the field. Which sucks because it means that it's going to take me another turn to drop the amoeba down. Yeah, see? Now we have something that can beat over that. Well, it still can't beat over that, but it can beat over pretty much anything else. We'll do this. There we go. happens. If he doesn't attack it, we're good. If he does, we should still survive. Okay. Oh crap, it's when it's destroyed in battle, so we actually do need Mystical Elf to destroy it, which sucks. Maybe he will, though. Usually it's a pretty easy way to bait out the AI. Yay! You're an idiot! We effectively changed one piece of terrain with that. Please move up. Oh, he already checked off that set card, so he's not going to move it up. So we can get a pretty decent amount of damage in now. So let's do this. Let's move that here. Let's beat over it that way. And then we'll beat over BLS. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Still a respectable 28 even on the mountain. So I am a little bit worried about whatever that is that he's been leaving an attack mode on the toon terrain, so let's weaken it a little bit. Oh, ooh, that's a fat Dark Magician. Oh, 3,800 down to 3,200. That is really dangerous, and that's also in the toon terrain where it's decreased. So it'll be 37 off of the, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, 27, okay, so it would be, yeah, it would be, 32 off of the toon terrain. Let's see if this is a scar or something. Yes, it is! Let's see what that was. Oh my god! What the fuck, Yugi? So he was just sitting on that? Now granted, Regeki does not work the same way it does in the actual TCG. It blows up everything in the columns around it, so it would go straight up this way. He killed that, and it would go straight this way and kill that, is all it would really do in this instance. But, wow. Yeah, Dimension Hole. Is he gonna move his deck leader over there? He is. Which is stupid, because now he's open. Oh boy! He actually did not play the card he drew, though. Interesting. So he could have drawn a Rarioku, another Mirror Force, a Swords Revealing Light, any number of things. Let's box him in if we can. Oh yeah, he's done for now. Only 400 life points left. I didn't see what he played from his hand, so I'm really, really concerned. Like, really concerned. For safety strats, we're gonna put that in defense. We're gonna put that in defense. And we're gonna swing it. Okay, we're good. We got it. Wow, that was tricky, as Yugi typically is. Always a very, very engaging duel. Giant Red Sea Snake has been promoted! Let's see if we can win. I would love to win Meteor Dragon and the Blackluster Ritual if I can. But there's some other really good cards in here. Guide of Fierce Knight and Dark Magician are in here. Dark Energy, which is a decent power-up. And, let's see. Dimension Hole is not that good. Let's see what we can get. The Black Pendant, okay. Oh, nice, we have the Blacklist Ritual. Just like my other playthrough. Individual. Yeah, I was hoping to get the Meteor Dragon, but it's okay. I lose. Know you this, although the rose cards are lost to me, I shall not falter from my cause. On the graves of my Celtic your Celtic ancestors, I swear that I will one day rule over all of England. You now have all the rose cards. It's time to head for Stonehenge. Final boss time. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink and get ready for more voiceovers. Which hopefully aren't terrible. The ritual is complete. The power, the world, with the power of the cards behind us, all will be ours for the taking. The time has come to realize the dream of my ancestors. Long have I waited for this day. You are the ones responsible for this. First, you dare summon my sleeping brother from his eternal resting place in the sands of Egypt, using him duel after duel, and then you dare to steal him away again? Unforgivable. It looks like I failed again. Hold your tongue! There's no room for excuses. Nothing escapes my eyes. I demand justice! I shall feed on you and your kind, every last one of you who exists on this miserable planet. It's up to you, Duelist. This evil that's awakened can only be laid to rest by you. Only by defeating this vile creature will you be able to undo the summoning. At least, that's what the legends say. Quiet, mortal. It's time for me to avenge my brother. Alright. So, time for the final boss against the Card Guardian, and I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce his clearly Gaelic name, Manahwydan Fablier, and as you can see, he has an absolutely massive deck cost. This variant of the final boss, that again is one for each side every campaign, this one focuses on powerful monsters, powerful beaters. So, we need to employ some interesting tactics in order to take advantage of that and to defeat him. He also has some straight-up broken cards that, if he plays at the beginning of the duel, we may not be able to work around. But let's go ahead and give him a shot. Prepare to meet your doom! Alright. His deck leader is Chakra, which is a ritual monster against the Secretary of Defense. Not really that many abilities that need to be worried about for Fiend types. But the card I'm especially worried about is whoops. Sure, that's fine, I don't care. The card I'm especially worried about that he could potentially open with is an equipped spell called Ruryoku. And it's a 99 deck cost equipped spell that halves your opponent's life points and adds them to him as attack points. It is absurdly powerful, and that would be absolutely devastating to us. if he did that, especially if he did that multiple times. So most of his monsters are massive beaters. So he has like the Gate Guardian pieces and Zoa, Dark Magician. He has Black Summon Skull and Red Eyes to make Black Skull Dragon. You know, he's got stuff to make Meteor Black Dragon. Everything you can name it. The biggest beat sticks. He's got Blue Eyes, I'm sure, in there somewhere. So what I would like to do. Go ahead and put this guy down, let him attack it, let it be weakened, and then beat over it with the favorable terrain advantage. A lot of his stuff does get an advantage in the dark terrain. But again, he has a monster called Gate Geeg, which is a pretty weak monster that basically all it does is... Let's see, I want to move to this corner. So this map is based around Stonehenge. And so it has labyrinth terrain representing the pillars of Stonehenge. And there's several duels we do involving this map, including the one against Kaiba and the other final boss. So I want to get in that corner and throw down Psychic Kappa so we can battle whatever he has on the board and reveal what it is. I'm really surprised he's putting stuff in defense mode. It's very unusual. He doesn't have that many spells. I mentioned Gate Geeg a second ago, so that's a monster that is designed specifically to max out his quantity of summoning stars, and so he can drop high-level monsters from his hand a lot sooner. And there it is right there, Gate Geeg. So for him to attack with it is pretty foolish, because we can probably get in some good damage by having it in attack mode here. But we could be opening ourselves up to even greater damage from whatever it is that he... ooh, that's not good. That's probably a Black Skull Dragon or a Meteor Black Dragon right there. Yep, that is a Black Skull Dragon. So, whatever we're going to do, we might as well do it now. We can make 1,000 dragons soon. Do I just want to... I don't want to do that. Let's see what I keep here on. There's 1,000 damage, we got 3 more to go. Hopefully he attacks the face down, but Akahiro is probably so tempting, he's probably going to go right for it. Okay, Suijin. That's not too... Oh, fuck, though. Suijin's going to get an increase on the sea terrain, though. Yeah, that's really not good. Oh, oh, that was the card I was afraid of. So you saw there where it said Force on the screen. That's Ryoryoku in effect. So like I said, 99 deck cost equip spell that halves your life points and gives it to the enemy as power. So that royally sucks. Now we do have Dark Plant. So I think I'm going to wait for him to attack with Black Skull Dragon and for it to be weakened. Let's see, be weakened by 600, which is still not enough, really. Maybe I'm better off saving that. Maybe? It's hard to say. I do want to change the terrain, but I also want his monsters to just outright die. Alright, let's go ahead and put... Okay, we're just going to end our turn for now. We'll let him attack. Let the power be decreased. Oh god. He just killed the Black Skull Dragon with his powered up Summon Skull that has 4,600. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to use the Dark Plant on that. Shoot. Well, no matter what he attacks here, he's going to trigger the Tears of the Mermaid. I need to make sure it's Summon Skull that attacks the Dark Plant, though. Otherwise, he'll never cross the Crush terrain. You know what? I'm going to put Time Waster down over here, and kind of set that up for later. Because obviously I need those. I need 1,000 dragons as some kind of beater to do something with. Luca joined the chat. Okay, so we weakened it a little bit. So, Lucas told me to go full Orcus combo and jokingly stall for time. I don't know if that will work in this game, for instance. We don't have any Orcus cards here, and the time rule is really interesting. See that turn counter at the very top of the screen that says 91? That's how many turns have to pass for the duel to be decided, so don't think that's terribly viable. God, we gotta get rid of that Summon Skull. It's not as powerful as it was. That's 35 now. I'll have 4,000 on the Dark Terrain. But if I just put down the Dark Clan now, he's going to... Okay, maybe we can do this. So I'm going to put down the Komodo Dragon to set up the Time Wizard thing later. He's going to move Suijin up, and then I'll put the Dark Plant right there. So either he'll backtrack with the Suijin to attack the Dark Plant, or he won't. It doesn't really matter. The things that suck about the Gate Guardian pieces is that you take no... you take no battle damage when you battle them, or like you don't deal any battle damage when you battle them. So even if I beat over this guy, it's not even going to matter because he's not going to take any damage from it. On the positive side, it does look like Summon Skull will battle the Dark Plant, but we don't have any other advantage other than that. We can Spellblind Suijin for a while. Whatever good that will do for us. Yeah, I was hoping that, like, I could have put down Dark Plant in the center there, and Suijin would have attacked it, and that would have taken out both monsters, but that didn't really work out too well. Whatever that is, it can move over the crushed terrain, so it must not be something very strong. Or it could be a power-up of some kind. Or another Gate Deed. Turn that back to C. See if he'll attack it. I guess I gotta keep moving up here. Very little I can do about this. I have an idea. So that... Okay, and hopefully that's enough defense to deal some damage to him. There we go, there's Gate Deed's effect to give him 9 more stars. Oh crap, he has a monster that can move over the Labyrinth terrain. That's gotta be Labyrinth Tank, which I think didn't I win one of those? I think I did. Maybe that was in the other playthrough. I don't know if I want to waste Tears of the Mermaid on the Suijin because we're not going to get any damage off of battling it, so there's really no point. We need to get rid of some of this clutter in our hand, though, so let's go ahead and get rid of these two. And hopefully we can get to Time Wizard a lot sooner. I love this person's username that just joined, Wet Eyes Ocean Machine. Sounds like another Odd Eyes variant. Oh boy. What could be worse than one Maiden of the Aqua? Two Maiden of the Aqua! And I believe they do stack. Which is pretty cool. Probably shouldn't have put it right there because it's probably just going to get beaten over. Well, it looks like I have no choice. Better set up the time Wizard play now. And the cool thing is we get another movement on our Thousand Dragon. Now, he might actually be able to put something down to beat over that, but he also has, probably already has 5 monsters already in the field. We know he has 4, and then the Labyrinth tank over here. So yeah, he can't even put down another monster right now. I just don't want them to get beaten over. We're not doing very well here, folks. It might be worth a reset at some point if we're not careful. Get Suijin off our tail for another turn. Might not have been the best idea because it'll give Suijin a movement advantage, but hopefully we'll deal with it before we even have to worry about that. Please just attack one of these things. I'm begging you. You have all these beaters, and you just won't do it. Yeah, we're not going to catch up to his deck clear without some kind of terrain advantage. We have Kurashine and a power-up, though, so maybe that'll help out. We also might be able to turn Thousand Dragon into a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon if we throw one of these Thunder Boys at it, which would give it more raw strength and the ability to have a power-up on the sea terrain. So that's probably favorable. It's frustrating he's not doing anything with the Labyrinth tank either. Like, please just do something with it. we go. Regular Summon Skull. Oh, Toon Summon Skull. Now, Toon Summon Skull is pretty useful because it's essentially just the regular vanilla Summon Skull, although it gets a power-up on Toon terrain, so it can definitely catch your opponents off guard. Slowly turning the center of this into more C. Maybe I can get rid of the Gate D and convince him to move, or just at least put another monster down. Like Jesus. Yeah, we'll let him hit Tears the Mermaid with Suijin. Trying to move the twin-headed Thunder Dragon into the sea for the element of surprise. Oh yeah, Lucas says, imagine only knowing this game and then trying to play the TCG. Yeah, that would not go very well, as they are entirely different. Also, in terms of like what format this was made during, like very, very, very little of the actual competitive card pool. What the fuck is going on my screen? My computer went into like standby mode while streaming. I didn't know we could do that. So maybe he'll attack with that. And then again, just imagine how strong the I guess we'll go ahead and get rid of Suijin now. It's weaker. Just imagine how much stronger the Karyushin is going to be with both of the main of the Aquas flipped up. So we just need to wait for that critical moment when he has a monster that's exposed. Play something! What is going on? He's not even checking off the Labyrinth tank. It's really strange behavior. Alright, I guess we'll see what happens here. Maybe if he leaves that within the two spaces I can move, and then I can flip up the mains of the Aqua. I don't know. He's not making himself very vulnerable right now. Austin is here. He says, this is one of my favorite PS2 games. Glad to see you playing it. The AI can get caught in a loop of doing nothing on this map. Oh god. Another Ryoryoku. How much attack would that have even given him? Not much. 800 at most. We need to move our deck leader for sure, but hopefully he'll move it down into here, and we can just swing for like massive damage. So yeah, he's played 2 Ryoryokus against me. I technically don't think I've taken any battle damage at all, but the 2 Ryoryokus definitely sucks a lot. Please move it down. No, you're not going to do that. Of course not. Oh boy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't really sacrifice anything else I have on the board, except for this. So whatever that is, just attack this, and we'll get some siege right in there. Ocean Man! I'd love to get that Labyrinth tank, and that's another card we can win by getting 3 in a row in the graveyard slot. we can't win it otherwise, but it's incredibly useful because it's the most powerful monster that can move through labyrinth terrain, except for Gate Guardian itself, I think. And we have a bunch of useless cards in our hand. That. Do I want another Thunder in my hand? Maybe. Oh, that's a bit of a problem there. Bickery box. Although I do have a plan as to how we can kill it. Let's go here. So we'll allow it to keep moving up, and then we'll flip up the mains of the Aqua when it gets close. Ooh, very poor choice of moves there, good sir. Then again, I'm very close to death range, so if I'm not extremely careful, he could kill me here. Spellbound, yes. So we stay on the sea terrain. So now we've evened the playing field. We're actually ahead in life points. So hopefully he'll move that Bickery box up again, and then I'll flip up the mains of the Aqua and just kill him. And he doesn't run a lot of traps or anything like that, so it's very unlikely he'll be able to block this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got it. I think we have game. Actually, no, shit, because it's a sea serpent, not an aqua. Well, we can always use one-headed Thunder Dragon. Or that. Do I have anything that's going to be boosted on me in the aqua in that instance? Anything? Shit, son. He's still gonna have, I wish it was just water monsters and not aqua types. Or this was a giant red sea snake. So he'll still have 400 left, which is really annoying. The set Maiden of the Aqua still offers the element of surprise, though. Maybe I'll move it actually closer over here, so he will attack it by mistake. There's a giant... Ooh, actually, yeah. That might help out a lot. Because... that'll get boosted. Then again, it won't even get boosted any higher than what Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon would have. So we could have just summoned the other Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. It makes next to no difference to me. Moving in, so that's a good sign. Whatever he attacks, it's probably going to be game for him, unless it's something stupidly strong. Please attack. Son of a bitch. what's intimidating him. Alright, I think we're gonna YOLO it. Let's see what it is. Oh my god. Oh, what luck. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We beat him. That was purely just a YOLO, like, let's see what happens. Kata Yoshino has been promoted! Alright, so we can get Suijin, which would be immensely helpful for our existing water deck as a really strong beater after that. We can get Victory Box, and we can get Red Eyes, as well as Gate Dig, which I don't think I'll ever play, but if we get Red Eyes, that'd be amazing. Let's see what we get here. We failed to get Meteor Dragon from Yugi, but it's okay, we can make up for it later. Let's see what we got here. Ooh! Oh, so close. Gate Dig. Gross-ass monster. Try again. Hey! We got Red Eyes. Let's see if we can get Suijin. Nope. Big shot. Okay. Good enough. I'm happy with that. Austin hates he never got anything from the slot machines. I've gotten a lot better at it over the years. Back when I first played this game, I would just spam and just get whatever I could. But now I've kind of gotten to the point where I can actually... plan what I'm trying to get and have some decent luck at it. Now, getting the 3 in the row, rather, is still damn near impossible for me. Otherwise, I'd have, like, 3 blue eyes and shit, but it doesn't work out that way for me. Meanwhile, no! This is not justice! I cannot lose! Man, his voice is killing my voice. Impossible! No! Twinkle. The summoning is undone. My family. Legend has it my family was the only noble line to actually enter the Pact of Glory with the Card Guardian. But sometime in the past the pact was broken for reasons that are veiled in the mists of history. For generations our family has searched in the world in hopes of finding the same Card Guardian to revive that pact and the glory that once was ours. Since that day I inherited the Book of M at Doomcoal and searched far and wide. Many are the guardians I've awakened, only to return them to their resting place. To date, my search for the one true guardian goes unrewarded. You can't imagine how excited I was when I'd come to England to learn of the Rose Duelist legend. Needless to say, the result was anticlimactic at best. I apologize for dragging you into this. I will honor my promise of returning you to your own age. However, I fear that is not enough to repay you for your help. Wait! Here, take this with you. I will continue my quest to find the one true guardian. Perhaps it is my destiny to fail, but my descendants shall carry on the search. Should you meet such a descendant of mine, show this rose pendant. From this day onward, my family is ever in your debt, and will lend whatever support is within their power to provide. This I promise as an eternal pledge, a pledge of roses. I think it's the first time I've actually read that whole thing out loud. What is Austin saying here? So I'm not super knowledgeable about the anime, but is that dude just... Yeah. He's an original for the video games, but he is kind of reoccurring within the video games. Like there's a Dark Knight or Nightmare type character in Forbidden Memories, Forbidden Memories, Dark Duel Stories, and Duels of the Roses. In the days that follow, the mystic barrier maintained between sorcery of the cards faded away, leaving England's shores vulnerable to invasion. In August of 1485, Yugi Henry Tudor VII successfully landed in Milford Haven. defeating Richard III in the Battle of Bosworth. Yugi was crowned King Henry VII. The Tudor reign was to continue until Elizabeth I. As for Seto and the Rose Crusaders, they disappeared from England, never to be seen or heard from again. The only record of their existence remains in the form of an inscription carved on the back of the rose pendant. A man is born to die, but the pledge of the rose is born to live throughout all eternity. It is a pledge recorded in the mystic numbers. And this is actually a password to unlock a card in the game. Of course, I already have all those passwords thanks to the strategy guide. And I can unlock those cards as I see fit. However, those cards are broken. So let's watch the credits roll. Thank you so much for you guys for watching my second run through Duelist of the Roses as a live stream. Of course, I've played this game many times as a kid. And again, to kind of give that context over again, back way back in the day when I first started doing like Let's Plays and all that, I wanted to do this game, and I put it off until 2016. And I'm glad I did, because that 2016 run where we used what deck did we use? It wasn't Luminous Soldier. It was it was a warrior deck. Oh, it was the Tactical Warrior deck. We had a lot of fun with that, and then now with the Maiden of the Aqua deck, another new game run through the game, wrapped up, showing off some different strategies. I want to continue to do this for this game because it is one of my favorite games, so I want you guys to tell me now that we're here in the credits, what deck would you guys like to see next? What general types would you like to see me talk about, and would you guys like to see a new game run on the Red Rose side, or would you like to see a new game plus on the Red Rose side using the deck I already have? Doing a regular new game on the Red Rose side is considerably more difficult than what we just did, and it will also be more difficult than going into the Red Rose side of the new game plus, because we have a lot of better cards already unlocked. The opponents we face at the beginning of the Red Rose side take advantage of their terrain advantages a lot better than the first couple of opponents we face here on the White Rose side, which is really interesting to think about, considering you would think that they would insist that you play Yugi's campaign first because he's like the good guy or whatever, but in reality, the White Rose side is much easier for first timers. It's also linear, whereas the Red Rose side is not linear. So Austin is saying he wants me to play dinosaurs, but he also wants to see a new game plus. Maybe I'll do another separate save file. Honestly, I could just continue this file into the Red Rose campaign as it is, as a new game plus, and then do a new game later on down the road with another deck. I mean, obviously I'm going to continue this series for quite a while, but that's just my thoughts as of right now. I'll have to look at the different decks that are in the game based on the different starting decks we have access to and the different names that can provide that. But I'm pretty sure it's the Molten Behemoth deck that allows for dinosaurs. It is kind of a wasteland deck, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to do some research into it, but that will be probably next time we stream this. So that is going to do it for tonight, guys. I actually may continue to do some other streaming. I've been thinking about streaming Blood Will Tell, which is a PS2 game that I have. It's like my holy grail of my PS2 collection, and I got it a couple months ago, or a month or two ago. So I finally have a physical copy of it, and would like to give it a shot, just blind, and see what happens. So, would you guys like to see that? Oh, Austin's never heard of Blood Will Tell. Interesting. Alright, so check back here in a few minutes. I'm going to cut off the stream, and we'll be back with that. It's something completely new and different you guys have never seen before, so I'm really looking forward to it.